Hi, Cynthia. This is for you. Sorry if I sound like totally gross because I'm still sick, but I just kind of wanted to show you what I have for the Traveler's Notebooks and what I like and don't like about them. So I'm gonna just get this one out of the way. You might be wondering what's going on here. This weird bubbling. So am I. It started off small in the back, and then just like took over the whole thing. It used to be smooth like this. This is from Scooter Bug Corner. She makes really, really cute planners and so many pockets. I love them, but the quality just doesn't seem to be there. They're very, very reasonably priced though, and she ships rather fast, so that's something to take into account. But like this is another one from her, and I don't know if you can tell, but there's banding issues with like those lines. And then I have another ring bound planner from her that it was packaged too tightly and the rings cut the fabric on the inside. So I've had a lot of like quality control issues with that. But if you want something that's really cute and very budget friendly, and you're okay with the full Midori size, and you want a lot of pockets, and if you're traveling with it, you want a lot of pockets, then this is definitely one to consider. And she has the elasticized pen loop. I love that. And then she has an elastic, which I would also recommend versus a snap, because I keep finding this open in my bag. And it very much limits what you can put in there if you have a snap versus the elastic where you can really cram it full. Okay, this is my other full-size Midori. This one I actually haven't even used, let alone travel with. Supposedly you can find them in Joann stores, but it is like the mythical unicorn. So call your local stores before you go down there. And waste a lot of time. They are beautiful. They're, just got a little bit of loose thread there, but in general, they're very well made. They have that elasticized pen loop. You can fit notepads from the dollar spot there, pockets, and it's not very heavy, but the customer service team has absolutely no problem lying to their customers. So that's something to keep in mind if you have an issue with the product. Just try to buy from another vendor who sells them rather than the company themselves. Okay, and then moving on, this is a Simple Heart Zinni Dory. This comes in personal and the full size. I don't have the full size, but I do have the personal. I have traveled with this, and you would never guess. It still looks brand new. The only thing is she's in Malaysia. She ships from Malaysia. This one came very fast. I have two that I ordered on Black Friday, and they're still not here. So that's not on her. That's actually, they made it to LA at the very end of November and they're still not here. So this is kind of a departure from what you'll normally see in a personal size planner for pockets. Usually it's one small pocket and then one longer pocket, but I love this layout and I wish everyone would do it this way. And you'll see it's a little bit big for a standard card, but that means you can just stuff more in there. I have like journaling, scrapbooking that I did, and this one, these pockets are what people have told you to get. Definitely get them. They're dirt cheap. You can find them on Amazon. So like that one, and then like this one's sealed for a card, and then this like will hold bills. That's why it's like that. I think I have it in there backwards. And this is just a folder I made, and then this has a secretarial pocket and the elastic. Now, when you have more time to wait for one, I would recommend this brand. The owner, Zinnia, is just a dream to work with. She's a lovely girl, and her products are very nice. These are only solid color, whereas with like the 1407 planners, you can get some really cute patterns. So some of the more popular clip art and digital paper you find on Etsy, that is what she uses to design those, and so they're really cute, and you can make and buy kits that match. Okay, so this is a quick size comparison. This is personal size. This is an A6, and this is a pocket. And if you're used to ring bound planners, you might be like, wait a minute, personal A6, aren't they the same thing? Not with Traveler's Notebooks. They are different. So this one is going to be a little bit wider and a little bit shorter than the personal. And you can kind of see that with the inserts. So this is a personal insert, and this is an A6. And I bought these from May Designs. I've been using this one for the My Playful Mess group with Mommy Lay. These are from May Designs, and I like that I can order custom or semi-custom books very easily, but they are pricey. So I bought all these on sale, but if you don't want to wait for a sale, they will cost quite a bit. I want to say like $12, $13 for the small book, and this is the smallest one she makes. This one has the 2 pockets and then the big pocket. So this is kind of standard what you're going to see in an A6 and a pocket size. And then you've got I have another one of those in here. This is a pocket size in there, so you can kind of see the difference. And then a secretarial pocket and a pen loop. I find that the pen loops on hers are kind of big. The Chic Sparrow, all 3 of these are Chic Sparrow. I have not yet used this one at all. These 2 were from their second chance sale, and these are deluxe models. So when you buy from Chic Sparrow, they have regular and they have deluxe. Deluxe models come with pockets and a pen loop. Regular ones are just, you know, your piece of leather and the elastics. For an all-in-one, you really want the pockets. And this is what you're going to see sort of standard on personal ones. This is the Sidekick, and this one is probably the most expensive one they have on their site. They do have more reasonably priced ones, but they're not going to have like the pockets mirrored on both sides and then the zip pocket on the back. For travel, I would probably, the Sidekick is what I would recommend the most, just because of the number of pockets. And then next in line would be something like this, a textured leather, so it won't show wear as easily, in a deluxe model. So for inserts, this is what I did. I did travel with this one, and I found it to be too much. So I have my weekly, and I love my weekly. That's pretty much what I use. Then I have my habit tracker, that's 1 book. And I have I bought it, and that's 1 book. With this one, I actually, my weekly is empty because I'm sick. But in this one, I have 1 book. My 1 book here has my habit tracker and my bought it, and I haven't done much more because, again, I've been sick. So when you can condense those things, I would recommend that for travel. If you're at home and it's just your regular daily life, it might not make that big of a difference to you. But for travel, try to condense when you can, because you're going to be out all day long, walking around, much more than you would in your normal everyday life. And I mean, I lived in Boston for most of my life. I don't have an accent. Please don't ask why. I don't know. It's where I was born and raised. And I swear, when I go on vacation, I do way more walking than I ever did there. And I didn't drive until I was in my 20s. So by the end of the day, your bag weighs a lot. So just try to pare down where you can. And, save the frills. It's just extra weight. Use paper clips. You don't even have to add little things to them. I didn't even glue that on there. I just slid it on. Just use paper clips to divide the sections. This is my Copic marker chart. These are the markers that I have. And I just cut the pages and slid them right in. Because whenever I'm somewhere and I have, if I'm near a Michael's, I'll just go and buy 1 marker. So I like to be able to see what I have at a glance. And that's a good idea, because you can do it in any book, and you can do it multiple times if you have multiple books. Just slide, your itinerary or important train tickets right under that elastic, and you won't lose it. Okay, now this is more of that. This is just something I jazzed up. It's the same exact thing that you see here, but I put scrapbooking paper in there. And this is helpful. If you put it in the middle, it's like having 2 pockets in one, because you can't see what's on the other side. So maybe you don't want people to see you have a lot of cash. Put a piece of paper in there, and then, you don't have to open that. Unless you open this part up, no one's going to see it. This I bought from a site called Blank and Write, BLANKWRIGHT. This is an A6 size. So this is giving you, like the other one, is giving you like a comparison. This is an A6 in a personal size. I love this thing, and I cannot find more of them. It's like that site is the only place that has them online. Ample space for cards, and then you could fold some cash or put rail tickets and things like that in there, and it snaps. So I would recommend actually that you buy one of these, and if it makes it here in time for your trip, great. If it doesn't, you'll still have it when you get back. Highly recommend this. Then, you know, the zip pocket is always good for change, or important things you don't want to lose. And so there it is. And just to sort of sum it up, my top recommendations, and I do travel like once a month. This one's been to Canada. This one's been to California. That one's been to Hawaii. Like California, you know, like I say condense where you can. So don't carry around extra books if you don't need to. Put what you can in a single book. You know, you can buy or make plain ones or ones with grids or whatever. Condense what you can. Use paper clips just to separate. Get an elastic closure versus a snap closure, and definitely get a card holder. They're inexpensive and worth their weight in gold, really. Don't worry about add-ons like pen loops, because they're very easy to make and super cheap to do as well. And so yeah, that's sort of it. If you have any more questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'm happy to share. All right, bye.